Hey everyone, this is Ricky Lee of TastyChomps.com with
Gina Marianos from First Watch Restaurants.
and we're here at Southeast Steel in downtown Orlando with the First Watch Cookbook. Some recipes from it today we're going to be demonstrating.
Some of your favorites, Ricky.
Yes, including the $1 Million Bacon.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is certainly a fan favorite at First Watch. It's not just a Ricky Lee favorite. It used to be that we were known for avocado toast at First Watch, and I think the tide is somewhat turning, and people know $1 Million Bacon. It is a craveable indulgence.
You might have a riot if you ever took it off.
If we ever took it off our seasonal menu, there might be riots.
Will they ever put it on the full-time menu, or?
I suspect we might. I suspect we might if we ever have a menu change. I don't think it's going anywhere. Let's just put it that way.
Gina, what do we have here?
Okay, so we're gonna make some $1 Million Bacon today. We're gonna show you that it's really not that difficult to do at home, and the recipes are all in our First Watch Cookbook, which are available in all our restaurants across the country. So first thing you gotta do is you gotta start with a sheet pan that has a roasting mark on it. And when you're dealing with bacon, you've gotta have some parchment paper, and you've gotta have some cooking spray. So Ricky,
Yes.
let's give this a solid spray. Maybe we want to move it away from the marinade a little bit. Give it a really good spray, because you know the sugar in the bacon, in the $1 Million Bacon, it wants to stick. This is the $1 Million Bacon marinade. Very, very simple. It is brown sugar with a little bit of maple syrup, a touch of water just to dilute it. We've got black cracked pepper in this, as well as cayenne pepper for some spice. So you mix it all up. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to glaze each strip of bacon,
Yes.
and then lay it on the baking sheet. So
How many are we doing today?
we're going to do as many fit on this baking sheet.
Maybe
half that, maybe half a pound or so.
Let's pull some out.
Yeah, here, let's put it on here first.
Let's do this. All right. So this is apple smoked.
This is some apple wood. We've got some thicker bacon here today, just for demonstration purposes. So Ricky, what you're going to do is you're going to start off by just
Giving it a bath.
giving it a bath. That's what you want to do, and you want to make sure,
Too bad we don't have those clothespins, dry.
let it drip a little bit, because what happens in the oven is all this extra glaze and sugar wants to burn. So let's not get too much on here, and you're gonna lay it on the tray, just like that.
Would you ever marinate this overnight? Have you ever tried that out?
You know, you can. We don't in the restaurant. It takes a little, it's just kind of a quick soak in the...
It's got so much flavor already. With
It really does. It really does.
glaze.
Yeah. And the other thing you can do if you're worried about sodium, and we've done this before, is you can use pork belly. So rather than using bacon, you can actually get pork belly. It's cured. There's less sodium, and you can use that.
$1 million makes you feel like $1 million.
I think that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's indulgent. It's luxurious. It's the sweet and the salty,
Spicy. Cayenne pepper.
Oh, it hits all the notes that you're looking for.
These don't burn.
You got to make sure they don't burn. You got to keep a close eye on them. What we suggest is a 325 oven for about, in total, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. It depends on the oven. It depends on your altitude, where you are. You want to keep an eye on it. I think that we should check maybe at about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You might want to turn your pan around a little bit at that point.
Just to check, because every oven is,
Every oven is different. It really is. So
we're actually using a very special oven today at Southeast Steel.
I heard. I'm excited.
First air fryer oven. So you heard of those,
The
air fryer.
Yeah.
But it's an oven with an air fryer in it, so you can.
I need one.
Yeah, we had a little.
I might leave Southeast Steel here today with that air fry oven.
course.
All right, so
I think that's
last piece,
That's the
Ricky.
last piece, yeah.
Let's hope for some beginner's luck here.
Right.
And let's hope we get this right. Okay, so
here is the oven. We preheated it before with 325 degrees. And we'll set it in there for about 10 minutes and check in on it afterwards. Alright, here we go.
woohoo!
It's a good. Alright. I'll set the timer for 10 minutes.
All right, Ricky, you know what? I think we should check it. It smells really good in here.
Yeah.
It smells like it might be ready, so let's take a look.
Crackling smell. The
Yeah,
bacon.
let's see.
Look at that.
Ooh, it looks good. Hang
Crisping
on.
up there. You can hear the crackling.
Oh, you've got the gloves?
I got the
Okay.
gloves on. Take it out.
Let's maybe let's take a bit of a closer look, and then maybe we need to turn the pan around just for like another minute or two.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Oh, it's looking good. I think it needs a couple more minutes. I like my bacon a little bit crispier than that. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, let's turn it around and put it back in for a couple minutes.
Alright.
Yeah, it's getting brown around these edges. Oh, it smells so good.
Let's do this.
Oh boy. Okay.
Alright, I think we're ready to check it out.
Ricky, it smells like it's ready.
It smells like $1 million.
It does.
Still got a couple steps left though. After this.
Oh yeah.
Hands of steel.
There it is. That is looking good. Here
You
you
hear
go.
the sizzle, smell the black peppers, the cayenne.
Okay, Ricky. So the way we played it at first watch is we do 4 strips of bacon
Okay.
on a diagonal. Yes, of course.
Show me how to do it.
That's it. Yep, you got it.
I'm a pro. Alright.
Yeah.
So when did the $1 million bacon first show up on the menu?
You know, it appeared a couple of years ago on our menu, on a seasonal, one of our specials.
Okay.
And I mean, it just took off.
Took off, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that string of maple sugar? Okay. So here we go.
Here.
One more tray.
One tray.
I think that the employees here at Southeast Steel are gonna be in for a bit of a treat
Yes.
this morning.
Perfect for breakfast or lunch, depending on your mood.
You can stick these in your sandwiches. You can,
Put it on avocado toast.
or you can just eat it on a stick, like just.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, now we got.
Okay, Ricky. So we dress our $1 million bacon because it wasn't already indulgent enough. We take a little bit of our pure maple syrup and we're gonna drizzle it very, very gently. Can you do this?
Geez.
I
Alright,
think you
let's
can
do
do
this.
it.
Alright.
Yep, very,
Like this?
very, very. Yep, right across. You got it. That's it. Okay.
Alright.
The next one.
Alright, over here. Oh, jeez. Heavy hand.
That's it. You got it.
Alright.
Okay, and I'll just get a little bit of our.
It's chives and parsley.
Chives, parsley.
Just a dash.
That's it. Isn't that beautiful?
Get your greens with your bacon.
You can call it almost a salad because it's got a little bit of
Yeah.
chive and parsley on it.
Not too much carbs. Just
There you
sugar.
go. So your $1 million bacon, and it's not very difficult. You can make this for family. You can make it for friends.
Easy. Took about, 2-3 minutes of prep time, really.
It's really not very difficult at all. It's just a matter of getting your ingredients and getting organized.
Watching your bacon. Make sure it don't.
Watch your bacon. Don't let it burn.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
That's great.
Awesome, Ricky.
Alright.
Good job.
First one down.
First one down.
Yeah.
Beginner's luck. We got it. Okay, 3 more to go.
3 more to go.
What are we doing next?
Next is the pancake.
All right.
And each season there's a new version of this pancake that comes out.
There is.
And November 4th,
Yep.
Monday, November 4th, the seasonal
Cinnamon chip
Cinnamon chip.
pancake hits the menu, so we're launching into our holiday menu
Yes.
for 2019. The cinnamon chip pancake is making a return
Yes.
after a lot of demand for it. Cinnamon chips, I know, it's just such a holiday flavor.
There you go.
So we start with our famous multi-grain pancake batter.
Tell us, what's in it?
Everything.
Everything. Everything.
I
just
have
your
to say,
regular pancake
no,
mix.
it's not just your regular pancake mix. So again, it's in our cookbook, but it might be one of the more complicated items on our menu. It's hard to believe. You would think it's just a, pancake batter. How difficult can it be? It's not that it's difficult, but like everything else at First Watch, we try to infuse healthfulness and wholesome things. So even in our pancake batter, we have, for instance, we have oats, we have flax meal, we have chia seeds. There's a lot of good things in here. There's half and half. There's evaporated milk, and it's a process. It's not just, hey, here's your dry, throw in some water. That's not how we make our pancakes at First Watch. There is a process. We have to melt the butter. We got to cool the butter. The dry ingredients, mix those. The wet ingredients, mix those. Put it all together. So it's, believe it or not, it's a little bit more of a process than you would think pancakes should be. But the outcome is amazing. They are the fluffiest, most delicious pancakes. That's just not my opinion. I think that's.
Yes. And they make them by hand every day, right? At
Yes,
the store.
they do.
So it makes all the ingredients. So we're going to start off with some pan spread to.
Yes, make sure
Make
your
sure it
non-stick
doesn't
is
stick.
non-stick.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
All right.
Okay, Ricky, let's make two
Two
good
big.
First Watch
All right.
size pancakes. Go for it.
All right. Let me know when to stop. Here you go.
Keep going.
Keep going, all right?
Okay, I think you're good there. Let's go to the next one.
This will be great. So great for the holidays coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can make a batch of this, and you can actually get quite a few pancakes from them. Obviously, if you make them at home, you don't have to make them this size. Our pancakes at First Watch are very big. You want me to do this?
Yes. Like Salt Bay, but
Well,
with,
we
cinnamon
put
chip
we
bake.
put a lot of cinnamon chips on our pancakes. The trick here is to make sure that every single bite is going to have cinnamon chips. We actually put a lot. We put about a quarter cup
Quarter cup.
of cinnamon chips on each pancake. So
Each pancake.
I know. Okay, you know what, Ricky? I think maybe these pancakes are. I think we might have made them a little bit big.
A little bit big.
Yeah, it's okay. Nobody ever complained about a too big pancake, though, right? Ricky, how are we gonna flip these?
I don't know. Very careful. 2 hands. We're gonna need like
You know
2
what?
spatulas.
Wait, I have 3.
3 spatulas.
Somehow we're
It takes a village.
Our chef is quite an expert at doing this. He has a method called Around the World.
Okay.
Everyone at First Watch is taught the Around the World method. It's you kind of go around with the spatula. When it's almost ready, you unstick the corners, and then they do this amazing flip. I can't do it, but maybe you can. We'll try. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So the key in knowing when to flip the pancake the first time is.
Well, first thing is you can't rush. Don't try to rush a pancake, because what you're going to get is one side that's burnt and a center that's raw.
Yeah.
So you want to take your time. You will start to see the bubbles coming up, and the top of the pancake starts to have a bit more of a dry appearance.
Okay.
That's kind of a good indication. We'll check. You'll check your sides just to make sure.
Kind of like a steak, you don't want to keep flipping it around.
No, you actually kind of want to leave it alone. All right, so it's looking like it might be ready to flip here, guys.
That's great. Oh!
Not bad. Not bad. These crispy little cinnamon chips,
Yeah.
that's flavor.
It is.
It
Flavor
is.
bombs, little flavor bombs.
They are.
Cinnamon chips. Can't wait to try it. So at the restaurant, when the holiday menu comes out, what's the reaction like from the staff?
Oh, everybody always, there's so much anticipation for each of the new seasonal menus. I mean, the staff gets excited, they share it with customers. Everything's always so delicious on the seasonal menu. You can't really go wrong. We've got some really great things coming up. We've got a steak and eggs Benedict, carnitas burrito. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And our juice this season is going to be an iced chai cider. And it's just a taste of Christmas in your mouth. Yeah, it's beautiful. This one.
All right. Look at that. Can't even tell.
We infuse healthful ingredients and so many of our menu items. Pancakes are no exception. So there's oats in there, there's flax seeds, chia seeds, there's cream, evaporated milk. It's a process. It's not just a matter of, oh, here's your dry, throw in some water. That's not how we do it. It's actually one of our more complicated items in the restaurant, believe it or not. It's a long list of ingredients, longer than you think pancakes should be. And the process, you've got to mix all your dry ingredients together. Then you've got to mix all your wet ingredients together. You've got to melt some butter. You've got to cool the melted butter, add that in. So, but it's worth it in the end. In the end, you get these beautiful, fluffy, delicious pancakes.
Do you ever experiment with different types of chips or different types of toppings?
So if you just yes, there's been so many. So all of our pancakes, they start primarily with this base. So we've got our core multigrain pancake mix that we make in the restaurant, and then you can add granola, bananas, blueberries, cheddar and bacon. We don't offer that on the menu anymore, but if you go to a First Watch, you can actually ask for it. Cheddar bacon. Ask them to throw in a little bit of the chives or the herb mix in there. Oh my god.
Secret menu.
It's so good. Secret menu items at First Watch, but it all starts with our basic multigrain pancake mix. Yeah, it's fun. You can put anything you want in these.
Alright. So we're going to use the method
around
the world.
So you check it,
which is
unstick it all the way around. That's it.
Hold on to something. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Woo! Woo! That is perfect.
Look at that.
Oh, you see how it's kind of coming up like that? Mm-hmm. That's a good pancake right there. It'll be beautiful when we turn it around. So Ricky, you know how you know when pancake is done is you just give it a little press here in the center.
Not ready for it.
There's a little jiggle inside, it's a little squishy. It's not quite ready yet. It needs to be a little bit firm to the touch, and then your pancake's ready. And that's the mistake sometimes with the temperature. That's where temperature really matters, because you can end up with a pancake that looks like it's done on the outside, but it's not cooked all the way through, and then you get that runny center. Nobody wants that.
Yes.
So you just got to make sure. Okay, Ricky, I think this one's done now.
Let's try it out.
Yep.
Flipping in.
Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful.
The chips are cooked.
There you go. Love that.
Can't wait to
Those are all the little morsels of good flavor right there.
Cinnamon chips.
Yep. Okay.
Delicious.
Your work of art, Ricky.
Oh, look at this. Teamwork. Looks ready to eat. Alright, next up on the plate is the ham and Gruyere melt. Yes.
Melt. So, Ricky, I'll tell you how we do this in the restaurant. We have our thick cut brioche bread. We are going to butter the outsides of our slices of bread, and we're going to put them down on the griddle. We also grill our meat a little bit, and I think that's a big difference. Again, it warms the ham. It gives it a nicer flavor. You get a little bit of those crispy edges. And then we have our amazing Gruyere. We'll talk about that in a second. And we can do some tomato slices, and it's optional. I mean, some people don't like tomato in their ham and Gruyere sandwiches, but in the restaurant we do serve it with tomato. So let's butter. I'll help you do one, I'll do the other. This is our butter. Now, I have to tell you, I'm a very...
generous?
No, it's not so much generous. You have to be a thoughtful spreader of butter, because you want to make sure that you're not that you're over buttering, but you got to get all the way to the edges. I think it's very important. Mindful buttering.
Mindful.
Yes.
Zen.
I think it's important.
Bread.
So you can go ahead here. You can use yours. You don't want to over butter, because it can get a little greasy to the touch.
I see.
When you're lifting up your sandwich to eat it. You don't want to handful of butter.
Some people like that, but
Well, maybe they do. That's true. So I'm going to go ahead and just on the bottom end here, I'm going to put our ham. So these have been portioned out for us, but we just want to make sure we're getting our ham a little bit warm and cooked.
like that sizzle.
I do love the sizzle. Doesn't it make you happy to hear that? Yeah, me too.
Not your typical ham and cheese sandwich.
It's a little bit elevated.
Elevated.
A little bit elevated. Like most things.
One more piece of bread.
I might have to make a little bit of room here. We'll put the other one right there. Yeah. So then what we want to do is on one slice of each of these, we're going to put some Dijonnaise. So Dijon mustard and mayonnaise.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about Dijon and ham, but they're meant to be together. So it just brings out all those flavors.
Mustard.
Yeah, the mustard seed and the creaminess of the mayo as well. So at this point, Ricky, what we want to do is get the cheese on.
Like this?
Yep, there you go. We want to get our Gruyere on.
Okay. So tell us about the Gruyere.
Oh, the Gruyere. So our chef at First Watch, he's passionate about a few things, and cheese is definitely one of the things that Chef Shane is passionate about. And he likes to visit the farms that we procure a lot of our produce from. So this Gruyere cheese comes from Wisconsin. It comes from Raw Farms, and he will tell you, he loves to actually talk about cheese, but he will tell you that Gruyere is his favorite cheese. It's a very special cheese. It is, it's cow's milk. They warm the milk in copper vats.
Not stainless steel.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I mean, it makes a difference to the flavor profile. And then, when they finish the cheese making process, they put the Gruyere in these they form the big wheels, and then they age it on wood planks that are brought in from the Black Forest.
Germany.
Yes, and that actually infuses it, and it gives Gruyere that. Exactly. So it's a beautiful cheese. We're very passionate about our Gruyere, believe it or not. And we've, Chef Shane's gone. He's visited the farms. He loves taking pictures of himself with, wheels of cheese that are bigger than his head.
Straight from Wisconsin.
Straight from Wisconsin. Best cheese.
Black Forest wood.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
This is not Black Forest either.
I don't know. Do you want to try some of the Gruyere?
Let's do it.
I do. I do want to try it. Talking about cheese all day.
Oh, man.
That is so good.
So good.
You know what? I think this is the first time that I've tried our cheese just like this and not on a sandwich. This is excellent. Excellent cheese.
Good with some wine.
We need some wine.
Yeah, very nice.
All right, so what we're gonna do now, oh Ricky, we need some thin tomato slices. We will pile it on our bread.
And some tomatoes.
And at this point, what we're gonna do,
We've got a toaster oven back here, heated up.
you can get some tomato slices there going, Ricky.
Okay.
Some thin tomato slices, and we'll top our sandwich. Oh, Ricky, you can smell the
ham?
you can smell the cheese here melting.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That smoke coming
Look
off
at
it,
that. That's it right there. We can get our, Ricky, you want to get our tomato slices on here?
Sure, yeah. Just a couple
Yeah, just maybe 2 slices
slices each.
per sandwich.
Just a couple seconds in that boiler that they sell here at Salty Steel.
There you go.
Look at that. Holy cow.
Look at these sandwiches.
Beautiful.
Let's.
Nice crisp from the butter on top.
Look at that.
Someone will be very happy in a couple minutes when they try this out. Brioche bun.
There you go.
Toasted in the oven.
It's just a few extra steps. If you just take a little bit more time with your sandwiches,
Yeah.
you can end up with something,
Very
you know,
nice.
as delicious looking as this.
And tasting too.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That
absolutely,
cheese.
for sure. All right, what's up next, Ricky?
All right. So our final recipe today from the First Watch Cookbook is the Heirloom tomato and burrata toast.
It is.
Yes.
So this is something that was on one of our seasonal menus in the past, but it's so delicious and it's very pretty and beautiful. It made it into the cookbook, and I thought we could share it now because I just think it's something, it's a little festive.
Yeah.
It's red, it's green, it's very colorful, it's easy to make if you've got people coming over for the holidays, for brunches. It's so easy to make and it's very impressive, and the flavors are just so good. So we're going to start with some heirloom baby tomatoes. And the reason we use heirlooms for something like this is because the tomato in this dish really does take center stage. And heirlooms are, well, a couple of things. For a tomato to be considered heirloom, the seeds have to be a minimum of 50 years old. That's a fun fact about heirlooms. They're open pollinated, so that means that's where you get the variety.
The sweetness and the
Yeah.
terroir, I think they call it.
Different shapes,
Wherever it's
different
grown.
sizes, absolutely. And they're generally much sweeter tomatoes than conventional tomatoes. So in a dish like this where the tomatoes take center stage, you want to just make sure that you're getting the best tomatoes you can get. Burrata.
Burrata cheese.
Burrata cheese. So these are little, these are heaven. So burrata cheese is it's a cow cheese,
Yes.
and it's very creamy. So the outside is like fresh mozzarella. The inside is like a creamy. It's stracciatella cheese and cream, not to be confused with the stracciatella Italian ice cream,
Yeah.
but that's where it gets its name. It's this very soft cream that, you know, this cheese is made from, and it's delicious. So,
Very delicate.
yeah. So we're gonna start, Ricky. We're gonna just toast. We're gonna toast some of our First Watch whole grain, multi-grain toast.
Yes. Tell us about the bread. I hear you can buy it at First Watch.
Yes, it's the best kept secret in America. You can buy First Watch bread. It's $7.99 a loaf. We have a wonderful partner. They're out of Cleveland, Ohio. They're called Orlando Bakery. Ironically, they're not from Orlando. They're based out of Cleveland, Ohio. They came to America from Italy a century and a half ago.
Yes.
They've been making bread the same way since then, really kind of old world techniques. They have created this multi-grain bread for First Watch.
Wow.
And it's, you know, like everything else, a lot like the pancake batter. It's got seeds and oats.
Greens.
Yeah, it is a really delicious bread, and it's nice and thick. It holds up really well to things like this that we do. Yeah. So we're using a toaster oven here. I'm not sure. I haven't toasted on this before right now, so let's just see how many minutes it takes. We just got to keep an eye on the toast, make sure we're not over toasting here. In the meantime, what we want to do is start slicing our tomatoes. So some of the bigger ones, we'll quarter them.
Quarter them.
Some of the smaller ones we can just half. Yep.
We're making a kind of like a vinaigrette pickle kind of marinade for this.
We're going to marinate these tomatoes in a very basic sort of, it's a lemon and white balsamic dressing. It's in our book, but it's you know, a very basic vinaigrette. You can use almost any vinaigrette that you have at home, but ours has some lemon juice and some white balsamic in it, some olive oil, a little bit of mustard, salt, pepper, tiny little bit of garlic powder.
Nice.
That always gives it some nice flavor.
Love the colors on this. You know,
It's
not
beautiful.
like your standard red. You got some oranges. Kind of like fall.
It looks like fall leaves, kind of, doesn't it? I really like it for this time. I mean, I like it any time of year, but I do like it this time of year. All right, so to make the burrata toast, so we've sliced up our heirloom tomatoes. We're gonna add a little bit of this vinaigrette.
Yes.
Now, ideally, you're gonna marinate these tomatoes overnight.
Overnight, okay.
Or not. Well, you can. I mean, you know, the longer you marinate them, the more flavorful they become. For our purposes, we're just going to give them a little soak here, a little toss in the vinaigrette. And then Ricky,
Yes.
let's get a little, no, not yet.
Oh, okay.
We're going to put some tomatoes on each toast. Actually, let's build it right onto
The plate.
the plate.
All right.
We'll plate it all in one. So get a nice helping of tomatoes. Oh, you got to be more generous than that.
Right. Here you go.
No, more.
More. Okay. A mountain.
A mountain of tomatoes. Yes, sir. Keep going.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Here you go. Wow. Holy cow. Very generous.
Yes, it's a generous portion. Now we'll do the next one as well.
Nice depth to it.
Absolutely.
Got that elevation.
I mean, this is a meal. It's almost like, you know what? It's kind of like a compressed salad on toast.
Yeah. Let's use it. Use the whole thing.
Use it all.
All right.
Let's get these guys up in here.
Sounds good.
Okay. Put some here. Okay, so then we're going to get our luscious, beautiful burrata balls.
How do we?
We're just going
grab one?
to, and stack it gently right on top.
It's like almost like a poached egg.
It looks like a poached egg, yeah.
Texture.
It's, you know, they're so delicate. So the mozzarella on the outside and that beautiful cream on the inside. When you cut into this, I mean, you'll see it just.
Yes.
All right, so Ricky, we're just gonna finish this off now with a little bit of olive oil.
Just a little
drizzle.
drizzle?
Yeah,
All
just a
right.
little drizzle over the whole thing. Oops, there you go.
It's almost like honey looking.
It is, it's gorgeous. Some extra virgin olive oil. Okay. And then we'll just add a little bit of our Malden sea salt, which is nice and delicious, flaky. It gives it that little bit of a salty crunch.
Salty crunch.
Tiny little bit of our herb mix.
Beautiful.
And there you go.
That's it.
And I think it looks beautiful to present on a table. It's very impressive with any guests you might have.
Yes.
It's a beautiful dish.
Look at that.
There you go. That looks really good. Good job, we made it. 4 dishes.
We made it. Just in the nick of time.
Yep.
Awesome.
Well, this was fun.
That was.
Yeah,
we
thank
should-
you for having me.
we should do this every
I
season.
appreciate it. Thank you, Southeast Steel, for having us in their beautiful test kitchen.
Yes, thank
This
you,
is fun.
Southeast Steel.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We should do this again.
Yes, we should. It's so delicious.
Yeah, so I
Can't
think
wait
we
to
should eat.
bite into it. Yeah.
Let's dig in.
All right, we got everything assembled here. We've got the heirloom tomato burrata toast. We've got the ham and Gruyere melt, the cinnamon chip pancakes, and the $1 million bacon. And actually next to me is Mr. Spencer and Stu Kimball, the owners of Southeast Steel, who are celebrating 79 years this year in business.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
79
amazing.
years,
that's
wow.
And they're going to do some taste testing as well. But yeah,
Looks
wanna
delicious.
Talk about Southeast Steel.
Yeah, we've been 79 years. We've been selling. We started out in building supplies back in 1940 and evolved into where we are today, is just specializing in appliances. We sell to the builder, the homeowner, to the city, all over. And we've got a big showroom here where we've got tremendous arrangement and showcase of all the appliances. Love to have you come in.
Yes. All right, let's dig in.
Dig in. All right. What do you
Come
got?
on by. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Let's bring them all down here so they don't.
Right, so the
Just easier for you.
We got some maple syrup.
Maple
Straight from
We got some fresh maple. Yeah.
Gracious.
Let's. Are you
Don't
guys
be shy.
okay with maple syrup?
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right, then let's do it.
I went to the University of Vermont, so I'm good with maple
So you're
syrup.
good with maple. We need a bit more, Ricky.
All right, we got some more.
We need another maple.
Four bottles.
Holy, how much you
All
got?
right,
Oh,
Go ahead,
no.
try
Some of the sandwich.
Question is, can there be too much maple? I don't know.
Never.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm gonna try a bacon. Can I try $1 million bacon?
You can.
Feel like $1 million.
Is that good?
How do we do? How do we do?
I've got some napkins here.
Napkins. Wonderful. We got some napkins. There you go. There you go. That's a
Thank you.
So what do you think?
Delicious.
Bacon's delicious. Especially with the maple syrup.
It is.
Thank you, sir.
It's indulgent
Try
and
some pancakes.
sweet and spicy.
Brilliant.
We've got this coming up on our holiday menu coming up. It's cinnamon chip pancakes. Everybody likes the flavor of cinnamon this time of year.
Give me a
There you go.
Oh, boy.
It's like a cake. Pancake cake.
It's got a mini stack.
What's that?
delicious snack.
Yeah.
Oh, good cinnamon.
Get your plate. Come on.
And well, after the
Go for it, Ricky.
afterward.
Am I going for it too?
Yeah.
Don't mind
I'm
if
not
I
going to
do.
be able to eat that whole thing.
Don't
Yeah.
mind if I do.
I'm gonna try it.
So that toast has some vinaigrette, you know, with the heirloom tomatoes and some burrata. So enjoy. Very simple, but very delicious.
I've been dying to get into these cinnamon chip pancakes.
Me too. Oh my gosh, you call my name.
Really good.
Nice. Very nice.
Good job,
Feel-
Ricky.
Feels like fall,
Teamwork.
It does.
but it's 95 degrees out.
Yeah.
Only in Florida.
This is how you get the fall feeling from the food.
Very good.
Okay. If Spencer likes
That's really
it,
good.
there you go. If Spencer likes it, then you know it's good.
Absolutely. Delicious. I'm going to steal some recipes.
Breakfast and lunch. So yeah, sandwiches, yeah, bacon. It's good.
There's always room for bacon. The book.
I agree.
All these recipes all from the book.
Really?
Yeah, the first watch book.
I think maybe we should leave a copy for Southeast Steel.
I think so.
That'd be a good idea. Thank you for having us.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate you allowing us to come in and use your space.
Love the thanks for the
Butters,
butters.
toast on the spread. Delicious.
You have to butter with intention, Ricky.
I did.
Butter with intention.
Mindfulness.
Mindful buttering.
The bacon.
The bacon.
Bacon.
That's it. The bacon.
The bacon. I can't say anything else.
Yeah.
Say all of it's delicious, but I'm going for the bacon.
Thanks everyone so much for having us today. Southeast Steel,
Thank you.
Gina,
Thank
first
you.
watch.
Thank you, Ricky.
Such a blast to do
It
this.
was so much fun.
So fun.
Thank you. It was a great day.
Great day.